Hello, hello, hello. My red velvet cakes with cream cheese icing. I hope you all are well this Wednesday. Doing fine, looking fine, feeling fine. I hope that's the energy that you all are in. I am going to do a little quick reading. My friend Natasha and I were talking, and she was mentioning Rickey Smiley responding to Katt Williams. And you guys know I mentioned Rickey Smiley specifically in my Katt Williams reading. So I was like, you know what? Thanks, Natasha. I'm going to read Rickey Smiley. Now, I have my incense and my bell today, so I might read something else more important than Rickey Smiley because I ain't doing all of this just for Rickey. But I will use it because it helps conjure the spirits better when I have things going. All right, so with that being said, I'm going to Florida water my hands and I'm going to call up Rickey. All right, Rickey Smiley. Rickey Smiley. Let me smudge my cards through some of this incense smoke. Rickey Smiley. Rickey Smiley. He's here, but I want to make sure he stays. Rickey Smiley. Now, why do I imagine Rickey Smiley in a old grandma wig and in his Berniece Jenkins character is how I see his soul, or at least in my mind. That is how he came up in my mind when I call his soul. And I am of the opinion that Rickey Smiley and Tyler Perry give me more old lady vibes than they do grown man vibes. That is just my opinion. So I'm going to go ahead and say, Rickey Smiley, how do you feel currently about Katt Williams? How do you feel in your soul about Katt Williams? Why do you feel that way? What actions are you taking, if any, towards or against Katt Williams? What is in your soul towards Katt Williams, Rickey Smiley? I hear I want to knock his block off. All right. Rickey Smiley. Rickey Smiley, I don't know what you are doing. Like I mentioned in my Katt Williams reading, I don't know what you are doing or that you want to do, planning to do, currently doing to try to stop Katt Williams' bag or coin, allegedly in some kind of way. But that's what I get from you. Challenging you, Rickey Smiley, is, now I don't know if challenging you is insinuations about your sexuality, because that, if as a straight man, if that's what you are, I would see how that would make me feel some kind of way if someone is putting out there that I play a woman better than I play a man, or insinuating something about me and my sexuality based on my professional character or my professional characterization of older women. However, the energy that I get, in my humble opinion as a psychic medium, tarot reader, whatever you want to call me, is that challenging you, Rickey Smiley, is that Katt Williams brought to attention something that you don't like attention being brought to. I feel like you go out of your way to present yourself as a straight male. But let me just say, as a heterosexual woman, we can always tell, or I can always tell, when someone is going out of their way to present themselves in a way. I'm not saying that you just live your life, and if you're undetectable, you're undetectable, but you go out of your way to present yourself a certain way. And that's why you don't like any attention being brought to conversations around your sexuality or you dressing up in a dress as a woman and why you do it. I think no conversation is better than any conversation because you are clockable, you're detectable. And so you'd rather us just not discuss it at all. And it's a challenge whenever someone does. In your recent past, I think that you either feel that Katt Williams' conversations around you didn't really do any real damage. It didn't bring up any real investigations further into your sexuality or your dealings in the industry surrounding dressing up as a woman. And you are glad that people didn't, it was just so much tea being spilled about so many people that nobody really paid a lot of attention to you specifically. And I feel like you are glad. However, I just get that you really don't like the fact that Katt Williams even mentioned you because of whatever conversations did arise. Conversations like these. In the near future, Rickey Smiley, you are going to continue to be defensive. And my issue with this is, again, when I say, and I won't say my issue with this because I don't have any personal issues with this, but what I think is your issue is that you weren't one of the people, the biggest people that people were concerned about in Katt Williams' conversations. Now, whether he continues to speak on you, I can't say anything about how you're supposed to feel on that, but based on his Club Shay Shay interview, you weren't somebody that everybody is just like, ooh, yeah, but what Katt Williams said about Rickey Smiley. So if you don't like people talking about things about you like that, I think you should let it go. Like most other people that he spoke of, way bigger than you did. In the near future, you're going to continue to be defensive about those comments about you. And whether around you in your life, in your circle, they brought up more conversations, I don't know. Maybe they did. I'm sure they did. You're going to continue to be defensive. The reason why I'm doing this reading is because somebody mentioned that they were listening to you today, Rickey Smiley, and you mentioned Katt Williams and something about getting in an arena and filling it with wigs or something like that. See, this is why I say you go out of your way to appear one way. You go out of your way to appear straight. You go out of your way to appear unbothered about certain things. Now, you appear completely unbothered about people mentioning the death of your son and sacrifice. And lots of people would say, of course he would, because that's nonsense. Well, as a straight male, some people would be able to say the same things. Of course he should pay those conversations that Katt Williams started no attention because he's a straight male. That's nonsense. But you chose to stand on business. This is the hill that you are choosing to die on. So, and you will continue to make it seem like Katt Williams is coming at you exclusively when you were just a casualty of war. Be careful. In your crowning positions, you're thinking about how you can profit from the Katt Williams interview, and also you're I think that you have your eyes on all of Katt Williams' business activities, his upcoming shows, future business dealings that Katt Williams could possibly be involved in. And I think you are looking at how you can both profit from Katt Williams mentioning you and how you can find ways to interfere in your so below position with Katt Williams' business dealings without outwardly interfering with them. Your advice is to move on. Move past what he said and do so quickly before more people start to question why you, amongst all people that he mentioned and amongst all the things that he said, why you, Berniece Jenkins, are the one who can't seem to move past what he said. And I see you continuing to, like I said, make Katt Williams the hill that you die on. Even though I don't think you should. External energy, the Three of Cups. I don't know if Katt Williams, Rickey Smiley has a birthday coming up or some type of celebration that he's attending. I don't see that it doesn't feel like a birthday. It feels like something he's attending with possibly other people in the industry, his peers. And I think that they are going to get together and again, maybe try to capitalize off of Rickey Smiley being mentioned by Katt Williams and also see how they can sabotage Katt Williams if they can. Hopes and fears. Rickey Smiley hopes that he can continue to live an alleged DL lifestyle. Allegedly. In Rickey Smiley's outcome, you are going to turn some people away from you by whatever you're doing, by choosing Katt Williams as the hill to die on. It's going to backfire on you in some way. You're not en masse. People don't think that you're funnier than Katt Williams. People don't feel like you're wittier than Katt Williams. People don't enjoy you more than they enjoy Katt Williams in movies. Because I've never seen you play Rickey Smiley, the man, in a movie. And I don't think that it would come across as enjoyable as seeing you play a comedic character, a caricature of some sort, or Berniece Jenkins. Whatever you're doing to try to make Katt Williams the hill that you die on is going to turn some people off from you. And I think your real sexuality, your real lifestyle that you try so much to hide is going to be the ultimate reason, because we are okay overlooking what you don't want us to look into. Most adults, most of us are adults. Most of your listeners, and I'm not a fan of Rickey Smiley. I never have been, except for when he played Berniece Jenkins and Ladero and stuff like that. But for the most part, we know that you and those like you are uncomfortable living in your truth. So if you don't want us to say anything about you being a good Judy, that's fine. We'll pretend like it's not the elephant in the room too. However, when you go out of your way to make yourself seem one way, and it's just like, girl, don't put on, don't do the most. That's when it turns us off. When you come at Katt Williams, because it's like, okay, Katt Williams, pulled at your slip. If you overlook it, we'll overlook it. But if you make it a thing, we're not going to rally around you as if we don't all agree, because most of us do. Ace of Pentacles in reverse in your present energy. Now, I don't know if this is Rickey Smiley allegedly having money issues, business issues, issues getting business, or if this is your intention for Katt Williams. I think this is your intention for Katt Williams. I think that whatever pull you have, you are absolutely using it behind the scenes to pull rank against Katt Williams and have him lose opportunities, burn bridges with him, whatever people that you're good with, you want them to you're using all your resources and telling people whatever rank you feel like you can pull, you're trying to pull it to have Katt Williams lose opportunities. King of Cups reverse, challenging. See, this is you making conversations around things that you don't want being discussed about you even worse. It's like in your mind, you think that by bucking back at Katt Williams, since his only allegations around you was the fact that you, like other people, dressed up as a woman in Hollywood and that you do better at it. And, he insinuated things, so your retaliation against him is because of those comments. And you think that by bucking back at him based on those comments, it's going to help you. But it's not, because based on what Katt Williams said in his interview, you're one of the least things that the majority of the people are concerned about. And since the Lovers is here upright behind the King of Cups in reverse, which is usually my male same-sex card, Rickey Smiley, there is some reason for the season. Whatever seasoning is being put on your name in regards to you doing well, being characterized as a woman, and whatever insinuations were being made behind that, there's alleged good reason. And there's a concern for that ruining your career if it was out, because of your conditionings as a man growing up when you did, in whatever circumstances you did, whatever reasons you don't want to live in your truth, allegedly. You also feel like it would mess with your audience, which would interfere with your business, much like the alleged energy I get around Tyler Perry. So you feel like you need to do everything you can to quiet any conversations around your alleged sexuality, but you're self-sabotaging by doing so. If you continue to be quiet, we'll continue to overlook it. The Seven of Pentacles in reverse in your recent past. I just want to peek into that. Allegedly, Rickey Smiley, you've gotten down with the get down in Hollywood to get where you are. And these are things that you regret. I see that you like to outwardly appear like you date women, but you some of them are either beards. I know that you do have children. I see that that's intentional, you having children. It was so that they can produce, because women are fertile and they produce. You give me one of those old school gay men who live their truth in the closet, but you always wanted kids. And I see that you still might deal with women even though you don't prefer them. This isn't the Queen of Cups. And some of them could be paid very well. Near future. Nine of Wands. That also could be you dressing up as a woman. Let me look into that, actually. I see a lot of you men in Hollywood do it. You know, the club. They're like a club to get put on. All of you, it's like a club, actually. A secret society, so to speak, of men in Hollywood who do take phallus and don't mind doing certain things. It's like certain few are go-to because they're fine with putting on dresses and things like that, because in their lifestyle behind the scenes and in the closet, some of them already don't mind in their personal lives wearing those same costumes that they wear entertainment wise, allegedly. Nine of Wands in the near future. You and your little friends, Rickey, Smiley, are allegedly going to try to do sabotaging things to Katt Williams. Under the table, behind the scenes. You guys are going to try to sabotage Katt Williams. It's not going to work, though. You're not going to successfully knock off Katt Williams from his throne. Advice, current actions. Now here's the Queen of Cups. It's like Rickey Smiley now is behind the scenes, allegedly in my mind, pursuing women romantically. I don't know if he's supposed to have a partner that's a woman right now, but if he doesn't, like behind the scenes, he's hitting them up like, yeah, I talked to a lot of women. I talked to a lot of bitches. But it feels hurried. It feels like he's sending out flirty messages to women all of a sudden and going overboard with it to hurry up and make it seem like he's dating women right now. I think that he hasn't been publicly in a relationship in a while, but I think that he's trying to hurry up and make it seem like he's been, you know, dealing with women all along. Hopes and fears, the hermit, his closeted lifestyle. I think that outwardly he comes across as a heterosexual male, but I think the majority of his experience have been phalluses. Men that he likes to pay, allegedly. This is what is in his hopes and fears, and that he stays in the closet, his true lifestyle. I think he has a lifestyle of paying men. I think that there have been rumors about this in the past, about Rickey Smiley's secret lifestyle that have come out. So I think that he does non-disclosure agreements and whatever else he does to protect his tea from coming out, which is why I think he hires men that are for pay, because they usually don't mind keeping your secrets as long as you're a paying customer. Outcome, and that's alleged outcome, 10 of Cups in reverse for Rickey Smiley. I think you should let this go. Whatever beef you are having with Katt Williams, I think you should let it go. In case you provoke him to say something else about you and continue to spark conversations, him or someone else, about your sexuality. I think that you also don't want people talking about a death. Now, I know that your son passed away. For some reason, you don't want someone talking about what they know. I know if there's a woman that was involved in that some kind of way. But your outcome is the Ten of Cups in reverse. That usually comes across in celebrities as losing fans or displeasing fans or viewers or things like that. So I would say be careful with how you provoke Katt Williams, and when you choose to wage a war against him, thinking that it's necessary for you to do because of what he said about your sexuality and your performances in a dress, because you don't want to die on that hill, Rickey Smiley, for several reasons. And with that being said, that is my Rickey Smiley reading. Have a good day, eh?